Welcome to the Empathy Day Festival, and today we're going to spark empathy.
My name is Alex Latimer, and I am a writer and an illustrator. I've written lots of picture books, but the book I want to talk about today is a book called Gordon, the Meanest Goose on Earth. I've had lots of fun making this book because not only did I write this book, but I drew all the pictures too. It's full of emotions that I think you and I can relate to. And you can even see I've got a little bookmark sticking out the top of my book with Gordon, the Meanest Goose. If you jump into my book, you're going to meet the meanest goose on earth. He's a really terrible goose, and as you can see, he starts his day the same way every day. And he lies on his couch and he thinks of really mean things to do to all the other animals that live in Grover Gardens. In this book, we meet Gordon, but we also meet a really lovely character named Anthony the piglet. And Anthony is a very kind piglet. And his kindness is a real problem for Gordon because Gordon can't understand why someone is being nice to him. It's a lovely story, and I hope you'll find it and read it and enjoy it and find out just how Gordon reacts to having a flower and how he changes and becomes not the best goose, but a better goose.
Oh, well, I think that was such a lovely story. And it just goes to show what a tiny little bit of kindness, even just a single flower, can make a difference to someone's day. So my name is Sue Cheung, and I am the author and illustrator of the Maddie Yip series. But first of all, let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I was born in England to Chinese parents who came from Hong Kong in the 1960s. And then they came over and ran a Chinese restaurant. So I actually grew up in a very hectic environment where all the adults were busy all of the time. So me and my brother and sister, we could just run around and do whatever we liked a lot of the time because we were pretty much unsupervised, which actually is really great, but also not very good in other ways because I actually used to get myself into trouble and then I had to get myself out of trouble. So Maddie is actually a character who is very loosely based on me as a kid, because she also has a very hectic family life with lots of friends and pets and things like that just running around amok. And she also, like me, lives with her granddad. So she has an extended family. So when I was younger, my granddad lived with me as well. And he didn't speak much English, and I didn't speak much Chinese. So there was a bit of a language barrier thing going on, and we couldn't communicate very well. So we had to use a lot of terrible sign language, pointing, and just the very few words of Chinese English that we knew to try and get our point across. So I'm going to read you a little extract from this book, which is Maddie Yip's Guide to Parties. And this is about when a gung turns 80 and he's having a party. And Maddie decides to volunteer, actually, to organise this party. But unfortunately, it kind of grows into this huge thing, completely spirals out of control, and she's getting a little bit stressed. I woke up this morning in a mild panic. I must remember to move a gung's 80th birthday party to-do list from the wall, where it is the first thing that stares me in the face, and replace it with a relaxing picture of a wombat drinking banana milkshake on a deck chair. I can't be starting my day all stressed out. I might turn into a health freak like Mam. As usual, I took a gung, that's Chinese for granddad, his morning cup of oolong tea, and was surprised to find that his room, which is normally organised chaos, was just chaos. Instead of storage boxes being stacked against the wall, they were sprawled about in the middle of the room with stuff spilling out, mainly tat that a gung hadn't bothered unpacking since moving over from Hong Kong a few years ago. Among the ornaments and photos was a pinkish upside-down mixing bowl, which I thought was odd. Then it moved, and I realised it was a gung's baldy head. "What are you doing?" I said. He looked up at me with a packet of sun-dried shrimps in his hand and answered, "Eh?" I did my normal bad sign language by pointing aimlessly, shrugging and grimacing. My normal look, basically. And a gung explained something in Chinese, which I took to mean two possible things. A, I've been looking for these sun-dried shrimps. B, I've been looking for a sun-dried shoe. Shrimp and shoe sound similar in Hakka, ha and hai. And it was entirely possible for a crusty sandal to be hiding in that pile of junk. He waved me over and had to scramble across several bin bags. By the looks of it, he was having a clear out. A gung took my hand, mysteriously placed a coin in my palm, a Chinese one with a square hole in the middle, and said something with the words "how door" in it. I am mega unreliable at keeping stuff safe, so I gave it back. No, you keep, said a gung, pushing the coin into my hand. He was quite persistent, so I took it. Back in the kitchen, I showed Jack the coin. Maybe he would know more about it, despite being an utter plonker. Don't you know what that is? He snarked. No, that's why I'm asking. Duh. It's a Chinese cash coin, stupid. They're lucky charms, he shouted, leaving the room. Oh, good. Hopefully, I'll be lucky enough to see Jack drown in a pit of yak saliva one day. I mean, soon. Then Dad came in to put the kettle on. What does how door mean in Hakka? I asked him. It means a lot, he replied. Wow, maybe Agung was trying to tell me the coin is worth loads of money. Lucky and priceless. Bonus. After the party's over, I will treat me and Dev to a shopping spree down at the 99p shop. To keep the special coin super safe, I threaded string through the hole, tied 57 knots, super glued some sellotape around the knots, and wore it around my neck under a massive woolly scarf, just in case.
So now that you've heard about our characters in our books and what they've gone through and their emotions, we're going to look at the empathy challenge.
So yes, we thought it'd be a really good idea if we could do an emotions map. So you heard today about our books and the characters in it and their day-to-day activities and how they interact with other people, how their emotions go up and down during the course of the day. So why don't you find a piece of paper and a pen and list down as many emotions as you can think of and feelings that you can think of. So it can be anything from feeling really frustrated to being really joyful and anything in between. So Alex, what about you? How many feelings and emotions can you think of?
Yeah, I always, and it's always so fun to think about what I'm feeling right now and to really investigate it and go, what is that? Is it happiness? Am I worried? Am I concerned? Am I thinking about tomorrow? What is the thing that am I expectant? Am I looking forward to a party or something? There's lots of emotions that happen throughout the day. And the one that I always think of is how tiredness works with emotions. And all of the bad ones that I don't enjoy often happen when I'm tired. And the good ones that I do enjoy happen when I'm energetic and excited, and that helps me to list all of the emotions I can think of.
Let's see how many we can write. Hi there, welcome back. So I hope all of you have managed to get down loads and loads of lovely descriptive words for your emotions. And what we're going to do next is actually create an emotions map. Now, what is an emotions map? Well, I'll give you a little idea. This is one that I made earlier. And what it is, it's just mapping down all the emotions that you feel from start to finish during the course of a day or an event. And this is one that I've done during my morning run. But first, we're going to have a look at Alex's and what he's done for his emotion map. Over to you, Alex.
Thanks, Sue. Here is my emotions map. This is what I did thinking about. I was trying to imagine what would Gordon, the meanest goose on earth, feel when he woke up in the morning. And I always think, I always feel this when I wake up in the morning and I hear my alarm going off. I'm always surprised. The feeling of what time is it? Where am I? What do I have to do today? Do I have to get my school shoes on? Do I have to pack my bag? After that, I thought maybe he's worried. Maybe there's something that Gordon's doing today that's making him a bit worried. And then, because he's the meanest goose, maybe at about 10:30 he gets angry. Maybe it's because someone Maybe someone knocked over his cool drink. Um, Maybe he's just angry because he saw a bird fly through the sky and he's angry at everything. But then at 1 o'clock, he's thoughtful. Maybe he's wondering about his friend Anthony and what he might be doing. And maybe thinking about Anthony makes him happy. Maybe he's starting to appreciate the things in his day. And then lastly, late at night, 8:45, he's feeling tired and he's ready for bed. So that was my map of my whole day from morning to night. Sue, how about you?
That was great. So this map actually isn't about Maddie character, but it's about me because I found it much easier to do my emotions map when I was thinking about something that I did during the course of a day. And it would help if you think about something like an interesting day. So for instance, it would have been not very interesting if I did a day of me sitting in the office doing nothing but working and then having the cat, occasionally standing on my keyboard and meowing for his dinner every 5 minutes. That would have been not very eventful. So this is actually my morning run. And as you can see, it starts off um, me leaving the house and feeling a little bit anxious because, like, how's it going to go? Is it going to rain? I've not got my Mac on. Okay. First thing that happens is a dog jumps up on me. And I'm actually quite joyful about this, and the dog is very excited. And as you can see, the owner is very embarrassed. She's saying sorry. And then we move on, and I see an old man sitting on a bench. He's on his own. He looks sad. So I smile at him, and he smiles back. So I'm hoping that I actually made his day a little bit happier. A speeding cyclist nearly knocks me over. That makes me really angry, actually. His recklessness, it does. And then a little bit later on, I see a seagull swooping down, trying to get a child's ice cream. Now, here, I really should be a little bit concerned, but secretly, I find it quite funny. Um, and so there I go. I run back and home now. And here I am, relieved that my run went without any kind of like major incidents and I've done my exercise for the day. So as you can see, doing this emotions map makes you see that actually our emotions, they're there all of the time, but they just change from moment to moment. And it's really good if you could be mindful about what you're feeling any one moment, because if you're feeling sad, then maybe it should be the time to actually try and find things that would make you happy again.
That's brilliant, Sue. I love that the map that I did was about time, and the map that you did was about a journey from one place to another. And there are lots of ways of doing a map like that. Lovely. And now it's your turn to make your emotions map. You've thought of a lot of lovely emotional words and had a lot of feelings, and now it's time to put them into a drawing, however you'd like to do it.
So when you've done them, maybe you can share them with your classmates or your family or make a great display.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a lot of fun making your emotions map about your emotions that you're feeling and how the words for those emotions, so that you've named those emotions and then you've shared them with your teacher or your friends, and you've got a better idea through writing and drawing this map of how you're feeling and how you're feeling throughout the day and through different areas in your life.
Okay, brilliant. Well done. So now you've done those maps, we'd really love you to share them with us at Empathy Lab UK or with using the hashtag Empathy Day Festival. Well, it's been absolutely wonderful to be sparking empathy with you today and seeing all your amazing emotions maps.
And if you've had lots of fun today, like we have, there are lots of empathy challenges on the Empathy Lab website that you can go to and you can enjoy. Thank you very much for taking part today.
Thank you. See you
Bye.
again. Bye.